If you still have your Device Explorer window open from the previous video, go ahead and close that. And let's talk about playing your project. You've got two sets of transport buttons that you can use to play your project, and they both do exactly the same thing. The first set is underneath the video preview window, and the second set is down at the bottom of the timeline. Click to place your cursor at the very beginning of the first event on your timeline, and then let's just go ahead and play this. To play it, click the play button.
Yeah,
You'll notice that the cursor begins to move through your project, but you'll also notice there's a secondary cursor. We call this the edit cursor, and it stays where it was when you started playback. To stop playback, click the stop button and look to see what happened. The play cursor, which had been moving through the project, jumped back to where the edit cursor was. So it's like an automatic stop and rewind. And that's exactly what you want to have happen sometimes. Other times, however, you'd like the play cursor to stop right where it is when you stop it. And in that case, instead of clicking the stop button, we'll click the pause button. So click the play button to start playback.
Yeah,
again, the play cursor moves through the project. The edit cursor stays where it is. Now, click the pause button. This time, the play cursor stopped where it was when you clicked the pause button, and the edit cursor changed to match that position. So it's a very important distinction between stop and pause, and you'll use both of those quite often as you're working on your projects. Now notice that when I click the play button, project starts to play back from the current location of the play cursor. So click play, and the project starts to play. Click stop. However, if you want your project playback to start at the very beginning of your project, regardless of where your play cursor currently sits, click the play from start button, and the play cursor jumps to the beginning and begins to play from there. Again, click the stop button, and the cursor returns to where it was when it started playback. Now, besides the keyboard shortcut for save, which is Control-S, the keyboard command that you'll probably use most often as you're working on your project is the spacebar. The spacebar toggles between playing your project and stopping it. So press the spacebar on your keyboard. The project begins to play, and when you press it again, the project stops. The Enter key on your keyboard does the same thing, except that instead of stopping, it pauses. So press the Enter key on your keyboard to play, and press it again, the Enter key, to pause. And so the space bar will be probably your most common keyboard shortcut, and the Enter key maybe comes in a close second. So get used to using the space bar, particularly for starting and stopping your playback.